for NEKOPARA Volume 1. Yes, I am here to basically do this live stream of this old school visual, or this couple years old visual novel. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to do it, but I literally saw it on Nintendo Switch thing, and I was just talking to like one of my homeboys, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna seriously buy the trilogy of this and do a live stream on it. It's freaking ridiculous, but hey, here it is, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, let me check the sound off. Yep, it's 12 o'clock now. Before we start, let me check the sound on this. I need to make sure. Let's see. Yo. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this thing actually going now. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more, but then we go ahead and get this thing started. They're pretty much already doing, like, they're pretty much already talking for me in this game for the most part. I don't have to do all that much talking. I'm literally just sitting back to enjoy this. Phew! This should be most of the boxes. Then I wipe the sweat off my forehead with my arm as the moving truck disappeared. Although it was early April and only the beginning of spring, today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signage yet. The brand new interior wall had a western look with a predominantly white and brown motif. There was also a large window which let lots of sunlight in. And finally, there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery, La Soleil. I think that's how you say it, La Soleil. Instead of the proper French article, Le, it was La Soleil, meaning the sun. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Since it was a nod towards the name of the shop of someone I admired. Now that I am on my own, I'll have to do my best. I softly murmured to myself. From here on out, no one would tell me what to do. I was going to start completely anew, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up till now. I alone would decide my path and take responsibility for what I do. In exchange for that freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens. Still, although I was a bit worried, the thought of what lay ahead made me break into a smile. Alright then. In any case, I'd better get all these things cleaned up. I took a deep breath and got my spirits back up. I stepped into the new smelling bakery. Yeah, let me check. Make sure I'm actually heard. Hmm? What's with this big box? Okay. In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them. Fragile, delicate. Absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. Just me that there's something in there that shouldn't be in there, obviously. Hold on. The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying. Even if they are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, there were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If these were for the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. He doesn't even remember because this is not his box. Well, it is his box, but still. There were no tags from the moving company either. All there were those warning labels. Well, I'll know for sure once I open the... Shit. Huh? Really? Oh, it's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat, jeez. Well, you're not wrong about that. It's two troubling cats, actually. No. No, you didn't, child. Like that would fool me. What are you doing, Chocola? Okay. Oh, whoops. We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know. Oh God. Well, compared to the rest of my things, you are heavy. He ain't wrong about that. She ignored what I said. Chocolate puffed out her cheeks. You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself with only what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you described Chocolate. While I was getting ready to move, I did wonder why I didn't see you. Makes a lot of sense now. I wonder who that is. Hey!
業者のトラックの中がホコリっぽくて鼻がムズムズつらかった。
Uh-huh. Why is Vanilla here too?
ショコラがいるところ、それは私がいるところだから。
You know what? I think. Hold on. Oh, that's that.
ゲームの設定ですね。言語設定ですね。
There. Up.
ショコラがいるところ、それは私がいるところだから。
Well, that happened.
それに猫は狭いところは嫌いじゃない。
Cause you're cats.
あと私もこっちの段ボールも重いから気をつけろよとか言われた。だから私もおこ、そうすか。
Again, huh? In any case, Chocola, Vanilla, get out of there. I was at my wit's end with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. Anyhow, Chocola, Vanilla, get out of their boxes. Got out of there, bud. Why is no one picking up the phone? Just what is Sugar doing? I hung up trying to call my little sister. There was no way that Chocolate and Vanilla could have gotten mixed in with the rest of the boxes in the first place. On the outside, Catgirls looked almost like humans. They could understand words and talk just like us. But more than humans, Catgirls were closer to normal cats. After all, Catgirls had ears and a tail just like cats do. They were genetically modified humanoid cats that were commonly referred to as Catgirls. These days, Catgirls fit into society as pets in families or partners to humans. My little sister really loves to dote on Catgirls, so our family has 6, including Chocola and Vanilla. They wouldn't have been able to contact the moving company anyway. It would have been impossible for them to seal the boxes themselves either. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that this was somehow Sugar is doing. I see, so Sugar Ray was an accomplice then. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. This actually works. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm done with this. Okay.
思ってたより広い。ご主人の解消バッチリ。バニラ、あっちの部屋行ってみよう。探検。位置的におそらく寝室。きっとご主人の新しいベッドがあるはず。
Huh?
れは聞き逃せないね。もふもふしに行こう。もふもふ。
Really now?
了解。私もそれはいいと思う。
Ah.
そうと決まれば、レッツゴー。
Don't get out of control and hurt yourselves.
はーい。
Without any ill intent, the two Catgirls were off and running. Well, the bakery did have living quarters on the second floor, so I wasn't worried about them causing a ruckus around here. Of course, they aren't young Catgirls anymore either, so I shouldn't have to worry about them getting out of control too much. Well, besides that, I looked up at the entry in my phone's address book. Minazuki residence. Well, I already left Shigure a message, so she should call me back later. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. I had moved out without saying anything, so for her to call me back within the day seemed a bit stupid. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right this moment. I should hear from Shigure soon anyhow.
ご主人様のお布団、もふもふ完了であります。新しいお布団、すごくふかふか、合格点。
Y'all left cat hairs all over all over the bed, didn't you? Good work, you two. Gosh, both of them have major bed heads. Sheesh, they don't even look like it.
ご主人様のなでなで大好き。気持ちいいです。
Okay.
苦しゅうない。もっと。
I tidied up their hair with a comb. Their soft hair felt nice as always. I lightly bonked them both on the head while they had their eyes closed. Now then, why were the two of you hiding among my moving boxes?
ご主人様が連れてってくれないって言うから仕方なく。
Oh, so he's at fault here.
ショコラが行くって言うからノリで。
Yeah, my friend, you were kind of being unreasonable, if you know what I mean. You had no choice, just tag along, you two. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but... Anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the two of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you two this isn't a vacation or a picnic? I moved out because I have no intention of going back there. If you were at home you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shigure and the other cats are there too. It would be better if the two of you just ate some food, apparently, because they're fucking hungry.
これはお腹が反抗期なだけなんです。だから違うんです。本当に。
What the hell are you talking about?
朝早かったせいで朝ごはん食べ損なったから仕方ない。
Jumping cats.
それにショコラはお腹の音も可愛い。
Somebody throw a pickle at them and watch them hot. While listening to those silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw that it was already past 1 o'clock. Now that I thought about it, I hadn't eaten anything since this morning either. Well, why don't we have lunch first then?
ご主人様大好き。さすがご主人は話がわかる。
These two were as easygoing as always. Says, I'm getting fired up, meow. Meat, huh? Must be meat.
お買い物、お買い物。ご主人様とお買い物。にゃー。最近はご主人が全然お買い物連れて行ってくれなかったから、ショコラのテンションが青天井。にゃー。バニラだって実はウキウキしてるくせに。ほら、ポッペふにふにしちゃうぞ。
I still can't believe this is on Nintendo Switch. That was hilarious when I saw that shit. So this one and the Grizzaya series. You'll bother those around us, so try not to get too carried away, you two. Since the refrigerator was empty, we headed to the nearby shopping district to buy groceries. From brand name clothing stores to supermarkets, there was an array of stores. There was even a drugstore with daily necessities among them. If you come here, we have just about everything. That was how the real estate agent had recommended this place to me. Wait, don't you two go shopping with Shigure often?
しぐれちゃんとご主人様じゃ全然違うんです。
Huh?
ご主人は本当、ご主人たる自覚がなくて困る。ショコラが不憫。
Hey, first of all, Shigure is your master.
しぐれちゃんもご主人様だけど、しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんなんです。だからご主人様はご主人様なんです。全然違うでしょ。ね、ね。
How the hell should I know?
理屈になってないけど、熱意は伝わる。さすがはショコラ。パチパチパチ。
Oh, never mind then. Anyhow, keep it down inside the store, okay? I parted from the two of them. I decided to hurry on ahead.
ご主人様、シャンプーはこれがいいってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたよ。これ、毛並みがサラサラになるし、すごく甘くていい匂いがする。
But that's stuff for you two to use. I don't need it, so put it down and come over here.
ご主人様、ひどい。
What?
ひどいぶった切り用です。
What?
よしよし、ショコラ泣かないの。ご主人はひどい人だね。
Okay. Don't just say that and then nonchalantly toss that in the basket. I had to be on guard or they would sneak something in when I wasn't paying attention. They even tried to grab another basket for themselves at the supermarket earlier. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along. No, you're not.
久しぶりのご主人様とのお買い物でテンション上がっちゃって。猫は素直だから仕方ないね。ご主人も素直になればいいのに。さ。
It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't just put the shampoo in the basket like that. Put it back. Okay, Kashou can't really be this dumb. Like, seriously? They're trying to say that they want to stay with him, but he's trying to get them back out of his life right now because he still got some stuff that he wants to do. He had just basically made this monumental step in his life, and at the point he doesn't feel like, I mean, he's not in a position to take care of any other people without first making sure that his stand and stuff is actually ready to draw in customers and stuff like that. So I understand where he's coming from here, but it's just like, dude, you kind of know what they're doing. You should know what they're doing. Oh shit. Don't put on some act to confuse the customers around us. Seriously. We only just moved here, but suddenly we already have disapproving glares directed at us. Ouch.
ご主人様とのお出かけは楽しいです。
Yeah, I'm sure. After you did got old boy in trouble.
思わずニャンニャン言いたくなっちゃいますね。ニャンニャン。私たちのものは何も買ってくれなかったけど、ご主人ケチ。
I'm not a cheapskate. Besides, I nearly got reported. After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I didn't think I could visit that shopping district for a while. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of Catgirls. That is not cute.
あっちからすごくいい匂いがする。本当だ。すごく香ばしくていい匂いがします、ご主人様。
It definitely does. What is this smell? I turned towards the source of it.
いらっしゃいませ。
Food stand cat girl.
美味しい出来たてのたこ焼き、いかがですか？熱々でかつお節たっぷりのたこ焼き、いかがですか？え、猫のたこ焼き屋さんだ。珍しいですね、ご主人様。本当だ。小さい子猫ちゃん、かわいい。
It was a cat girl like vanilla and chocolate. Wait a minute. It says indeed. It says it was a cat girl younger than chocolate and vanilla. She waved her tiny hands as she politely drew customers in. In human terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13 years old. In cat years, she was about 6 months old. The young cat girl noticed us and ran over.
猫のお姉ちゃんだ。私と一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。うん、一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。
Okay, in cat years, she's 6 months. So let's see.
本当にクイックセーブしていいんですか？喉ゴロゴロしてあげちゃう。ゴロゴロ。
She looked 12. So she's 12. If she looks 12, then in 6 months, let's see.
子猫は無邪気で超かわいい。半端ない。私はなでなでしてあげちゃう。なでなで。
So 6 months, she's 12. Vanilla, well, chocolate and vanilla are both like 9 and 10 months. So I'm guessing that makes chocolate and vanilla 16? I don't know.
すみません、うちの猫が。
I'm guessing that's where they were going with. That's probably bad math, actually. Now I'm thinking
あの
about
猫
it.
ちゃんたちの飼い主さん？
Yeah, they're 9 months. The owner of the food stand greeted us. Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Oh no. Yes, I am. Azuki is 3 years old, so Azuki would be the adult here, of course. Well, to be more exact, my little sister is their owner.
すごく可愛くてお利口な猫ちゃんたちだね。愛想もいいし、 言葉もしっかりしてるしうちのはまだ7ヶ月なんだけどね。
Maple is 2 years old, so she's also kind of an adult. You would say she's like 18, or no, she's older than 18, I guess. And that goes for cinnamon, and then coconut is a year, right? Yep, coconut is a year. So the girls. So I guess in coconut and vanilla would be 16. No wait, oops. Chocolate and vanilla would be 16. Coconut would probably be anywhere from 19 to 20, and the older two sisters, Maple and Cinnamon, would probably be 25-ish, and then Azuki would be 30. I'm guessing. Azuki will be 25. The food stand owner had a worried smile on her face, like she was talking about a mischievous child of hers. That's actually quite right. At a glance, it was understandable that seeing how cute a young cat girl was made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were originally strays, so I don't actually know how old they are. The veterinarian said they were twins and were now about 9 months old. My little sister is actually quite the teacher. Back then they were very noisy, but it was all worth it. Oh, whoops. That was the wrong button. Mountain cat girls. Maybe they're...
そうなんだ。いいご主人様なのね。
あ、でもご主人様はご主人様なんです。しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんですから。ね、ご主人様。通訳すると。
Seriously, I'm just thinking about just throwing a freaking cucumber or a freaking pickle like right there and just watching them jump away. See if they get scared. Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudged me with her elbow. I responded with an embarrassed forced smile. Hearing that kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing. And that's diabetes inducing. The three of them were getting along very well. The food stand owner looked fondly at them from nearby. Oh wait, what? Why are Catgirls? Are Catgirls just strays or something?
そのまま拾って今じゃ自分の娘みたいなもんになってさ、店まで手伝ってくれるようになってね。人型猫が流行したこともあったけど、普通の猫の何倍も飼うのが大変だからね。
That's because a regular cat is independent. Her words seemed tinged with blame and worry. She grumbled, letting out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see stray humanoid cats just wandering throughout town. But now it was more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cat girls had decreased, where the hell did they even come from? There was more of a balance and owners were quite elated. I'm guessing there was some type of evolutionary step between the normal cat and the cat girls, and that's the reason why they become abandoned cat, because I'm guessing they were born from a normal cat, but their evolution peaked, and so they started basically gaining humanoid features like a normal human was, and their fur on the rest of their skin end up disappearing, and then so you just find cat girls in their more humanoid form, which is interesting because basically what I'm getting from this is basically these cat girls are kind of like the X-Men. So That's how it was an evolution thing. Like how they say once every 1,000 or so years evolution leaps forward. So I'm guessing for these cats, evolution advanced in a very human-like direction for some odd-ass reason.
ほんと責任感のない連中ばっかりで嫌気もさすけど、でもそいつらのおかげで可愛い娘に会えたのかなって思うとなんとも言えないけどね。
I don't think you can blame people for that. It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. That is true. This must be like how pets find their way back to their owners. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought from me.
あ、そうだった。お姉ちゃんたち、たこ焼きはいかがですか？熱々で大きいタコが入ってて、すっごく美味しいですよ。すっごく美味しいたこ焼き。
Oh shit.
すっごく、でもこれから帰ってご飯だから。ご主人が作ってくれるからごめん。
Chocola and Vanilla's shoulders drooped downheartedly. As they looked downcast, I stood behind them and rubbed their heads. I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay, 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for me?
たこ焼き3つ？
Her large eyes blinked as she tilted her head in confusion. Yeah, animals do that. Yeah, for me. Chocolate and vanilla. Could you do that for me? It says ood. They cut off the could part.
たこ焼き3つですね。ご主人様、オーダーです。ご主人様。
It's going to take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too.
はい、ショコラももうお
The
腹が
man
空い
is
て
just a bleeding heart for his own
す
pets.
ごく嬉しいです。
There's nothing wrong with that.
ご主人かっこいい。
I'm sure he is, cats.
しぐれがいつもツンデレ実験は良いものですと言ってるだけのことある。
Wait, what does that mean?
はいはい。じゃあこっちにあるメニュー、好きなトッピングと味選んで。
I love how the woman interrupted and was like, okay, let me stop
う
this.
ちの猫が遊んでもらった分、サービスさせてもらっちゃうよ。
はい、ありがとうございます。ショコラはマヨネーズかかってるのが好きです。
Mayonnaise on takoyaki?
ありがたくいただきます。
That is weird. That's hella weird.
私は明太子チーズがいい。
Hella weird. I'm pretty sure takoyaki is red bean paste, right? My question was completely ignored. Well, I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at Chocolate and Vanilla, happily awaiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand. Meow, meow, meow.
ネコパラ。
It's that damn sound again. I still can't get a hold of her. Were there guests over today? Well, I checked the clock. It was past 10 o'clock already. Since then, I tried calling Shigure several times, but couldn't get through to her. And just like that, it had already gotten this late. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shigure. I really didn't understand my family schedule at all.
ご主人様、ご主人様。久しぶりに一緒にお風呂入りましょう。お背中流してあげますから。 私たちの発育が良くなってからお風呂入れてくれなくなった。
What the hell?
主人のエロ。
You haven't even grown that much. What are you two talking
にゃ
about?
にゃにゃですか？
That was a cat.
ショコラとバニラはもう立派なレディー猫だってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたし。
Really now? Then again, Shigure's a shrimp too, so
その発言がセクハラ。
she probably said that because
猫
they're
の
taller
尊
than
厳
her.
を踏みにじってる。それにショコラは今ぐらいがアイデンティティ。
Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to go home.
帰る支度？ショコラの家はご主人様のお家ですけども。ショコラの隣が私の居場所だし、あとご主人かっこいい。なんか妙に男前に見えてきた。
Okay, trying to butter him up isn't gonna get you anywhere. Stop feigning ignorance, you two. Cut that out. The two of them looked my way about to distract me again. Since Shigure isn't picking up, I'll take you two home myself. So go get ready to leave. Chocolate and Vanilla turned away from me and had downtrodden looks on their faces. Returning home on the same day I had moved out seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. There was no other way, nor was there time for excuses. I looked towards Chocolate and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued on. Listen up, you two. I'm going to open my bakery and there's no telling what will happen. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two, get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after myself. It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. Chocolate said something with her head down. What did you say? I came closer and asked her to repeat herself. What? Hey, wait. I mean, hey, Chocolate. Said, hey, wait. Ah, hey, stop. Wait, stop. Vanilla, why are you running away too? Obviously, she's just copying. Wait, why the hell is it doing that again? It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt. Maybe so in Chocolate's case, but aren't you bad with physical activities? Come on, I've got you now, Chocolate. Those judgmental eyes, like, really, motherfucker? I'm not. It's because you two are running around. Hey, stop it. You're trying, I mean, you're still going to run. God, I got you, Vanilla. What? Chocolate, stop. Really, stop. Chocolate. Jesus, these girls are playing him. Like I said, stop running. The two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was just how the first night went. For now, I'll let you stay, but only for tonight. I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? While all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope I had that Shigure would call me back didn't happen, so I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first priority. Clearly they had enough, even brought pajamas. Just how much planning went into their schemes anyway? Really, if you two sleep there, where will I sleep?
一緒に寝てくれないんですか？この後に及んで。
I mean, basically they're cats. You can,
ご主人
I
は
mean,
人
they're
の
basically
男
his
子なの
pets,
に
so they can
幼
sleep
少
on the
期が
bed.
悪い。順番はご主人、ショコラ、私でいい。にゃはー、ご主人様とバニラに囲まれて幸せにゃん。
Don't get ahead of don't get ahead of yourself, you two. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded. They don't take up much space unless you have a single bed and not either a double bed or a king size bed. A double bed would actually
じゃあ
work
押
with
しか
them.
けたのはショコラたちですし、ここでいいですよ。猫らしく丸まって寝ますし。贅沢は言わない私たち、超けなげ、猫の鏡。
Wait a minute, go back, cause I think they were going somewhere with that. Oh, not that one. There we go.
贅沢は言わない私たち、超けなげ、猫の鏡。こんな感じで。
Says I watched the two of them lie down and curl up on the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too painful of a sight to be called praiseworthy.
お引っ越ししたばかりで段ボールたくさんありますよね。お家作ったらあったかいって聞いたし、なんとかなる気がする。
Like, dude, just put them in the bed. Which, jeez, they're just sleeping. Shit. That's something only strange people would say. Where did these Catgirls get this information from anyway, Sugar Ray? Well, they probably read a lot of books and watch TV in Shigure's room. Chocola is a good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books, so... whatever. You two go sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April after
そ
all.
したらご主人様はどうするんですか？ショコラの隣？
I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. The sofa can fit one person and the air conditioning in there if I need
ダメ
it.
ですよ。それならショコラがソファーで寝ますから。ご主人様はバニラと一緒にお布団で寝てください。
Woohoo!
私こそソファーのが落ち着く。ショコラとご主人でベッド使えばいい。
They move quickly towards me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hands on their heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders. Understood?
あうご主人様。
Again, you idiot.
ご主人。
I deliberately said it that way. The two of them looked as if they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads
ごめ
apologetically.
んなさい。ご主人様。ごめんなさい。ご主人。
They mustered they mustered that out. They looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had the exact opposite of the effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my heart. The pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going.
はい。
That was unnecessary. Good night. If anything happens, call me right away. Call for me right away.
おやすみなさい。ご
Now,
主
that
人
is
様。
not, that is not a twin bed.
おやすみ。
Because my twin bed is bigger than that shit. I gently rubbed the heads of the two dispirited Catgirls once more. See you in the morning. This is probably already gonna annoy me, but I'm not very good with passive, I almost said passive aggressive, just passive people. It's like, dude, you need to be a little more assertive and more in tune with their feelings. That's just how I think. I don't like the passiveness. at all. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room.
ご主人様、本当にごめんなさい。迷惑をかけてしまって。
Her vanishing voice echoed slightly in the dark room. The pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed the pain and replied cheerfully, "It's okay. If it's just for one night, don't worry about it."
ご主人様。
That is not... You know what? Now then, go to sleep. He's an idiot. Kinda is. I really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? I lay down on the sofa. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, the result would just lead to more sadness. If I used kind or hopeful words, they would all end up as lies. It's pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this. Really, then you need to improve yourself. While I continued to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions, I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over. If chocolate was only a blanket, there'd be plenty of big difference between whatever. You know, I'm about to pause this and see what the hell that was, because that's gonna bother me. So let's see. She said what? It says if chocolate was only a blanket, there's a pretty big difference between an underquilt and a bed covering. Oh, that's what she's talking about. And anyways, but here we have Shigure talking.
ショコラとバニラがちゃんと納得したら迎えに行きますので。
I finally got a hold of Shigure. Leaving no room for bargaining, I cut to the chase. But Shigure, even if you say that I don't think Chocola and Vanilla
とこ
will...
ろで兄様、この妹目に今朝の愛のささやきを。
Hell no. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any
す
case.
みません、お父様から呼ばれましたので失礼いたします。
She is trying
愛
something.
してますわ兄様。ではまた。
Sure you do. Oh wait, Shigure. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the drop call echoed, I stared at my cell phone call. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I just talked to Shigure.
朝ごはんおいしいですね。ご主人様のご飯はいつでもおいしいですにゃ。ショコラ、ほっぺにケチャップついてる。芸術的に可愛い。
It's cutely artistic. The Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce, with an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that. It was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay?
主人様はショコラたちといるの楽しくないですか？
Yeah, because your master is an ass. I mean, eat.
ショコラは楽しいですよ。もうそれは今世紀最大級に。昨晩はご主人だって結構お楽しみだったくせに。
Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of Catgirls were pretty much the same as those of a human, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual Catgirl. In the end, I wasn't able to get anything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand.
ここにショコラがいたらご主人様は迷惑ですか？
Here we go with this nonsense. She put her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with unturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly.
そうですか。そうですよね。やっぱり。
Her shoulders dropped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head dropped downheartedly too.
ほら。
Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. The pain from last night pricked at my heart again. I tilted the already cooled coffee cup as my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment.
それでもショコラはご主人様のところにいたいです。
Her usually always perky ears were dropping. Chocola was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら私もここにいる。私もここにいたいと思う。
Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocola or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. Look, I need you two to understand. Hmm?
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。
Royal Wood.
ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお
The
伺い
hell
しま
is
した。
Royal Wood?
ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with the pen. Okay, let's see. I look over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか？
No, the stuff I ordered is in here, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes, a mountain. It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐ本社に確認しますので。少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
What the hell happening?
大変申し訳ございません。
Tableware
こちら
seller.
のミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、Minazuki様の方もすぐにご入り用と思いますので、もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept my portion. Huh? Out of all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I wasn't careful handling this stuff, it wasn't going to be a real big problem. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these, but it's going to take a while to separate all of this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので。私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
No. Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the look of it, it would take 2 hours or more, but to have it re-delivered would take double the effort too. That's right, I have a lifeline.
何ですか？
猫ちゃんたち、本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では、私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair, and relaxed my
ご主
shoulders.
人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time.
じー、褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolate. She had a wild smile on her face. A wide smile. That's a wild smile. Jesus Christ. Okay, all of my fucking alarms go off all at the same time. She had a wide smile on her face that was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。ユッホー。うんうん。柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。
This is still creepy because the freaking arms do not.
ゴロゴロゴロゴロ。うにゃ。にゃにゃ。にゃんにゃん。ふしゃー。にゃにゃにゃ。
That is not what I wanted to do. Oh no. So did they not react to their hands or their tails? Whatever. Cause my dog actually reacts every time I pat her paws. So I thought cats would do that too. Well, actually, cats do that.
やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。ねえ。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。
Sure.
私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
Yeah. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They leaned forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay? Yeah, you can.
そうですか。やっぱりダメですか。
Wait, yes, he can. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The emphasis she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. Kashou is dumb because he really just jumped onto something. I mean, he really just glossed over something that he said. She trotted up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocola isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy, but even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. For how much she cared about me, it was all the more reason to stay the course. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked a question. You two aren't bad Catgirls, and that's why I can't have you stay here. It's because you two are good Catgirls that I can't allow it. What the fuck are you saying? That makes no sense. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She quietly stared directly at me. Hell, I don't even understand that. What the hell is he talking about? Vanilla. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long, I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Catgirls do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a catgirl, huh? In the sudden quietness of the bakery, I closed my eyes and shook off the bitter smile on my face as I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. His thing is that he was trying to cut off himself from his parents because he didn't want to do what they did. I broke Master's cup. Let's just say the cup broke by itself. No. He's trying to live off on his own because his parents didn't support his dream of opening a bakery. So, in doing so, he's kind of just pushing the catgirls away by association, and that's kind of screwed and kind of stupid. He didn't even tell his sister about it. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, the food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two catgirls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind, so to make good use of the time, I went to do some shopping before Shigori got home. She was not paying attention. This isn't the right word. That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? She's not tired. There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit? Thanks. Something for everyone, okay? I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bitch her chocolate. Yep. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be said throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened chocolate. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing her chocolate's head. Yeah. Yeah. This is how I feel like my dog acts every time I had to put her in a cage. Oh my god. She starts doing this. Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She sniffled her sobs and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lip. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. Yeah, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go play with my dog. Oh, this is so tired. This is so sad. I actually have my dog on my bed right now, but I need to buy her steps. I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I felt empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocolate's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
He's a fucking idiot. No, okay, it's not that serious. He's just an idiot. I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
Before, Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラを。ご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together crying by the side of the road. They were still so young they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small cold bodies, and took them home with us. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew bigger. Yeah, like I said, I think it's an evolutionary thing. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home.
知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigure.
とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past.
ショコラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
Ah, I definitely do remember that. Remember that well. It was a few days after we brought Chocola and Vanilla home. At that point, they only occasionally drank some water, and as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in
あの
pain.
時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて辛くて寂しくて、声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて、助けて、誰か助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて。
Yeah, this would remind me of those freaking animal videos where the sad animals and stuff.
不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。
Whoa, can we say that? I mean, that is talking about death, you know.
あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなれました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tearful eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて も立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocolate. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。
Besides, they eat less than humans,
主
so
人様が辛く
it's
て
just like having 3
大
mouths.
変そうなのなんとなくわかります。本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけショコラはご主人様と一緒に。
And he is going to cave. And barely kept her tears from overflowing. Of course, Chocola, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly, for her to be so innocently believe. Wait, for her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, Chocola and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
My inner conflict was interrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat by Chocolate.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
Her smile was gentle like the setting sun. It was a warm and soft smile. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。
Yep.
だからご主人が本当に
As
ショコラの
expected of a
ことを
little
思う
sister.
なら
Oh wait, does that girl even ever go to school? Because she sure does seem to be home a lot. There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? There were no other thoughts in my mind, except for those words that continue to strongly resonate in me.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She smiled with tears in her eyes. It was a bright and honest smile. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss of words when it comes to catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like, got it?
大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。いやよいやよも好きのうちだね。
He caved. That dearly moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple, and here I thought they were acting immaturely. Perhaps catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best altogether. I think it's just more that catgirls are more honest. More people, I mean, those with animal traits just come off more honest because they don't lie to themselves. And humans lie to themselves all the time.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。お肉も A4 でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
Is that what you all have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, a lovely road ahead is disheveling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
We have to go buy that shampoo you two like, don't we?
おー、ご主人かっこいい。ついでに松阪牛も買おう。
Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
お祝いパーティーですね。ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
Just for today, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life, and together with the happy and high-spirited Chocola and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. And this is a perfect place to end this. But first, enjoy.
予感リピートプリーズときめきラテの向こう会いに行こう
Yeah, this song is
君の笑顔木漏れ日みたい窓の外に見つけた時ドキドキ
diabetes inducing, I swear to God.
音を立てたカップに映る日常ストーリー特別なんだって抱きしめたふわり優しい時間の中で色とりどりの夢が重なるもうちょっと近
That is fine.
いて精一杯の言葉で届けたい君の隣で未来に会いたい今は言えないけど輝いて最高の笑顔でいよう恋する競馬止まらないよワクワクと一緒に駆け出そう
And there you guys have it, the first half of my NEKOPARA complete live stream volume 1. So yeah, we have stuff to look forward to when I come back. So let's go ahead and save this here. And this has been Hunter the Red Jacket. When I come back, probably either sometime tomorrow or Tuesday, we're gonna continue on make these as long as they need to be, so that I'm not taking up a whole lot of time doing this, because it doesn't need to be that long just to play these games. But yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. So next volume, chapter 2, is where we're going to basically start at. We're going to do chapter by chapter, and we should be finished, I'd say relatively, we'll be finished with this relatively soon if I keep this up. Basically do it once a week. We should be fairly soon. I'd definitely say that probably take, no, I was actually, it'll take a couple of weeks, but then I thought about that. Nah, it'll probably be like a couple of months before we're actually finished. Well, anyways, guys, this has been Hunter Red Dragon. I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and the video will be available to everybody, so look forward. So go ahead and enjoy yourself. This has been Hunter Red Dragon. I'm signing out.